Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that's incredibly important and, for many, deeply personal. We're talking about how to navigate a new pregnancy after you've experienced a loss. It's a journey that really deserves its own unique map and a special kind of support. So let's explore what that can look like. This quote just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? A new pregnancy is, of course, filled with so much hope, but that hope doesn't just erase what came before. It often gets tangled up with fear, with moments of grief, and just this cloud of uncertainty. If that sounds at all familiar, please know you are not alone in feeling that way. It's completely valid. So let's start right there, with that really complex mix of feelings. This first section is all about acknowledging what it's like to carry what we're calling a hopeful, heavy heart. And here's the crucial thing to understand. A pregnancy that comes after a loss isn't just a series of doctor's appointments and clinical milestones. No, it's carrying the emotional echo of your past. Every new symptom, every ultrasound, it can all be a reminder. It's a deeply, deeply personal journey, and it requires so much more than just standard medical care. Okay, so if this experience needs more than just the standard approach, what does that more actually look like? Well, that brings us right into our next section, where we're going to explore a different kind of care, a kind of specialized support designed for this exact situation. So what exactly is pregnancy after loss support? Well, it's not just one single thing. Think of it as a whole approach that combines personalized medical care, really important emotional check-ins, and thoughtful planning that stays with you from the very beginning all the way through delivery. And it's so important to see just who this support is for. The range is really comprehensive. It covers everything from an early miscarriage to a second trimester loss, stillbirth, neonatal loss, or even a termination for medical reasons. The main takeaway here is that the timing or the specifics of your loss don't matter. This support is here to validate every single one of those experiences. Which leads to a really practical question, right? Is this for me? How do I know if this is the right time or the right kind of support for my situation? Well, let's look at a few of the signs. Obviously, if you're pregnant again after a loss, that's the first one. But also, if you find yourself really struggling with anxiety, especially in those early weeks. Or maybe you just want that extra reassurance that comes from closer monitoring. And maybe most importantly, if you're looking for a team that just gets it, that understands the emotional weight of it all, then this kind of care could be a game changer. So let's say this is sounding right for you. What does it actually look like in practice? In our third section, we're going to break down your journey of support, giving you a step-by-step idea of what you can expect. The whole process is laid out in 5 clear stages. It all starts with a detailed review, not just of your medical history, but of your emotional one too. Then you get that critical early support to help ease some of that initial anxiety. Step 3 is all about personalized monitoring. More frequent check-ins if that's what brings you comfort. Step 4 is huge, dedicated time for emotional check-ins. And finally, it all comes together in a birth plan that's designed with extra care, honoring everything you've been through. This quote, it just beautifully captures the whole philosophy. It's not about a doctor leading the way and telling you what to do. It's about a team walking with you, beside you, letting you set the pace and making sure you feel heard and supported every single step of the way. Now, even when a process seems clear, there are always those quiet questions, the ones you might feel a little hesitant to ask. So our next section, answering your quiet questions, is all about bringing a few of the most common ones out into the open. And this is a big one. It's maybe one of the most personal questions you can have. Is there actually space in this new journey to honor the baby that you lost? Will it make the medical team uncomfortable? And the answer is just a powerful, simple absolutely. It's not just allowed, it's welcomed. Your loss is a fundamental part of your story, and a truly supportive team will always make space for that grief with care and with total respect. Okay, here's another concern that comes up a lot. Sometimes, if you've had an early miscarriage, you might worry that your grief isn't big enough or valid enough to need this kind of specialized support. The answer to this is a firm and validating no. The message is so clear. Any loss, early or late, is valid, period. The only thing that matters is how it's affecting you now. And if it's impacting your current pregnancy, then you 100% deserve the support. So let's really break this down. How is this specialized approach truly different from the standard routine care that most people get during a pregnancy? You can really see the difference when you put them side by side. Routine care, that usually means standard monitoring and a mostly clinical focus. But with pregnancy after loss support, everything gets elevated. Monitoring becomes personalized to you. The focus expands to include both clinical and emotional support. And maybe most crucially, you're given more time to ask your questions, to talk about your fears, and to just feel truly heard. And all of this really brings us to our final section, which captures the core philosophy of this entire approach. Courage met with care. It's about recognizing the incredible strength this journey takes and meeting that courage with the kind of support it absolutely deserves. So why does all of this matter so much? Because it means you get gentle, non-judgmental care. It strikes that perfect balance between top-notch medical expertise and real emotional intelligence. It gives you the time you need without feeling rushed, and it makes sure you have a team that's specifically experienced in the unique landscape of pregnancy after loss. And this right here, this might be the single most important idea to take away. This approach isn't just about a healthy pregnancy. It's about tending to your heart along the way. It's about caring for you, the whole person. And let's just be really clear. Choosing to try again, choosing to hope again after you've been through a loss, that is an act of profound courage. It's a fundamentally different kind of journey, and it deserves to be met with a level of care that truly honors that strength. So, we'll leave you with this final thought to carry with you. Just imagine for a moment. What might it feel like if your next pregnancy was held with this much intention, this much understanding, and this much care? Thanks for spending this time with us.